Hold on, I'm on my way. Gute. Sorry for being late and totally out of breath, but I really try to keep up with the rapid development of open source text-to-speech solutions. Just give me 1 second and I'm ready for the video. With a cup of tea, everything is way more relaxing. In this video, I will take a first look at the open source TTS projects which I have seen within the last weeks on LinkedIn and other social media by TTS enthusiasts. So let's take a look to Kokoro TTS, Phew TTS, Llasa TTS and Spark TTS. For each project I will take a first look and, if possible, get some audio samples. But I would love to hear your feedback, as I am not sure if this type of video is really helpful. Does this first look overview make sense? Or should I just make YouTube shorts if there is a new TTS project and focus long videos on tutorials and deep dive for a specific project? So please let me know in the comments on what you think, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. And now let's go. Let's start taking a look to Kokoro at first. Here's the GitHub page and I'll put all the links in the description box as always. And as you can see on the right side, the project is licensed under Apache 2 license and has currently 1,700 stars on their repository. The used languages is half and half, so half Python code and half JavaScript code. Scrolling down a little bit on the GitHub page, you can see some Python-based code example, and the project provides a Python package, such as can be easily installed by running the Python package installer, pip install Kokoro, and you can see, again, link in the description, that detailed page on the Python package index.org site containing probably the same content here. Additionally, the project provides some external links, so to a Google Colab notebook and to the Hugging Face page of the project. We'll take a look soon with some audio samples. Taking a look to the Hugging Face page, so the links to GitHub again and the demo. So a Hugging Face space, which is identical to the space listed on the lower right page, and the project provides a sample. So let's give it a listen.
Kokoro is an open-weight TTS model with 82 million parameters. Despite its lightweight architecture, it delivers comparable quality to larger models.
This sounds pretty impressive in English language, and so let's see which other languages are supported. So let's hit the voices MD file here, and you can see there are voices or languages supported: American English, British English, Japanese, Mandarin, Spanish, French, Hindi, which is, by the way, oftenly asked and requested by the comments on my channel. So please let me know in the comments, by the way, on what you think on this video. Italian and Brazilian, Portuguese. So lots of languages are supported. On the sample page you can see more audio samples to listen. All the samples I've found so far are just English based, so please let me know if there are any samples available on one of the other supported languages. Taking a look to the usage section here, this is the same as it's written on their GitHub project page. Seems to be pretty simple, so just run the pip install Kokoro module and then run this Python code. And as you can see here, this is probably one of these supported languages. But give me a comment hint if I should take a closer look to Kokoro TTS. Next, let's take a look to their Hugging Face space. So let's hit that space, and you can input a text or you can choose a random quote. So this will put some default sentences here in the text field. Let's change the text and hit generate.
Thanks for watching my Thorsten-Voice YouTube videos. I really appreciate your support on my work.
So let me know what you think, but I think on English language, the quality is really pretty impressive. And now let's hop on to our next TTS project. Next, let's take a look to Phew TTS GitHub here. So we can see on the right side, obviously, we have this Apache license and by now 20,000 stars on GitHub. If we scroll a little bit on the README page, here are some interesting facts. So let's start with zero-shot voice cloning. So just taking 10 to 30 seconds voice input should be enough to clone your own voice. But let's give this a try if you like in another video. So let me know in the comments on what you think on this topic. And we have this multilingual, cross-lingual support. And if it is what I think, this might be really cool because at least in German language, we often use English words in our everyday talk. And TTS struggles if you have foreign languages or foreign words in one phrase. So this could be really interesting to have this problem solved. And we have this Gred.io based web user interface. Gred.io is one of the supported and probably well and famous known on Hugging Face Spaces user interface, which makes it compatible with most browsers. And it supports Linux, Windows and macOS. Further below the README we have some links. So we have Phew Audio and Phew Agent demonstration online demos as mentioned here. And we have a Colab or Google Colab notebook prepared for local usage of local inference. So let's start with the Phew Audio demo. So the most realistic AI speech. And we have in the top menu some discovery, text-to-speech, voice cloning functionalities. So let's hit text-to-speech for the first. Let's create instant speech. And you can see text-to-speech. Premium users got a word limit. So as you can see here, this seems to be some restrictions or some commercial idea behind Phew TTS. So please correct me if I'm wrong by now. But let's play around with some demo text. When I hit this is the demo text and click create, you have to register yourself an account on their website, which for me being a locally running privacy-aware voice technology enthusiast is not the preferred way to do it. But as it's Apache 2 license and I guess it's locally running using this Gred.io web user interface, so I will give this a try in a specific tutorial video. Next, let's take a look to the Hugging Face space. So spaces, Phew Audio, Phew Speech with a simple input text field. So let's enter this is a text and hit generate. And by now you can see this application is currently busy. Please try again. So let's try again. Nope, still seems to be busy. I will give this a try soon. Maybe it's just a temporarily problem. While waiting for the problem to be finished, let's go to the Phew Speech model card itself. So you can see supported languages, English, Chinese, Japanese, with lots of hours of audio training data, including my mother tongue German with around 20,000 hours of training material, French, Spanish, Korean, Arabic, Russian, Dutch, Italian, Polish and Portuguese. Demo available. That will bring you to the site we've seen earlier with that login and register prompt, which I did not do so far. Let's go back and see if our space is running now. Hit generate. No, still no success. While waiting for the Hugging Face space to work properly, let's take a look to the GitHub page and search for the samples so we can do listen to some samples. So when I get this right, this prompt should be the original input text containing 14 seconds of audio input data read by a human, and this should be the audio generated voice cloning. So let's listen to the original prompt.
Some call me nature. Others call me Mother Nature. I've been here for...
Okay, so let's listen to the generated audio.
I don't really care what you call me. I've been a silent spectator, watching species evolve, empires rise and fall, but always remember.
Pretty impressive. If this is only based on this 14-second audio input, and we have this cross-lingual generation, which according to the character set, I probably will be not able to understand and recognize. So let's listen this one.
顿时气氛变得沉郁起来。乍看之下，一切的困扰仿佛都围绕在我身边。我皱着眉头，感
Okay, for my German ears, this is sounding pretty good. But please, if you are able to understand this text and can tell me if this is a good voice clone in this specific language, please let me know in the comment box. Let's give the Hugging Face space of Phew TTS another try. So let's reload the page. This is the text. Hit generate. No, still no success. So I will skip this for now until I give Phew TTS a closer look in a separate video. Let's take a look to Llasa TTS, Llasa. So please correct me in the comments if it's wrong or probably how it is pronounced correctly. So local Llasa TTS GitHub repository. If you take a look to the stars currently, you can see it's just 159. So maybe I should remove my head a little bit. So, but as you can hopefully see when I'm moving the window, it's just 159 stars. So it's not as famous according to the stars on GitHub as other repositories. It's mainly based on Jupyter Notebook, so no actual or not really a Python code in the GitHub repository. So let's zoom out and take a short look to the GitHub README page, as it's called a Llama TTS dashboard, which seems to transform, as is written here, transform a traditional TTS pipeline into a user-friendly application. I'm not sure if this repository is the actual Llama TTS processing or if this repository is just focused on a more user-friendly interface. And at the bottom of the page, we can see inspiration and contributions, based on the original Llasa training repository. So let's hit the actual training repository. And now we can see we have 490 stars, which is, again, compared to other open source TTS projects, not too much, but at least more than the dashboard repository. And we have, in this case, a mainly Python-based development language. But as you can see or imagine, the README page is not really long. Please let me know in the comments if I'm looking on the wrong page, but it does not seem too much information here. So let's hop on to the Hugging Face area. We have this Llasa 3B TTS 0 voice cloning. So I've put my small reference phrase here. Let's listen to it. This is just a short audio reference phrase to play a little bit around with voice cloning functionality of several open source voice cloning text-to-speech software projects. Let's try, this is a sample text to try the voice cloning functionality with Llasa. Hit synthesize. Let's listen. This is a sample text to try the voice cloning functionality with Llasa. Okay, so as I cannot be objective in this case, please let me know what you think. Is this good compared to my original reference audio? Finally, I found a web page, so llasa-tts.com. Not sure if this page is really referenced or maintained by the actual project, but as on the main page, it's a page not found error. This might be temporarily issue, but okay, so it does not make very professional first impression, at least to me. But the voice cloning, I guess this was better than the original main page here. If you scroll down, you can see industry leading, always free, which is good. Enjoy unlimited access to text-to-speech services completely free, which I like. But there's one hint. So to get started with Llasa TTS, maybe at least if you would like more than the Hugging Face space we've seen earlier, you have to sign up and create a free account. Okay, so as I mentioned, always free, but honestly and personally, I prefer text-to-speech and voice processing projects that I do not have to sign up. So, but as it's Python based, maybe I should give it a closer look. Please let me know in the comments on what you think that if I should take a closer look to Llasa, because I liked the voice cloning functionality. Next, let's take a look to Spark TTS, starting with GitHub. And as you can see, this Spark TTS seems to be pretty famous. So over 7,000 stars currently on GitHub, is licensed under Apache 2 license, and has, is mainly Python based. It uses the power of large language model, whatever means the power, but it seems to be based on Qwen or Qwen, which is a large language model by the Alibaba cloud people, as you can see on Wikipedia. So Qwen or Qwen, called Tonji, okay, so sorry for that, no idea, but Qwen is a large language model by Alibaba Cloud. It supports high quality voice cloning with zero-shot voice cloning, so meaning you do not to train or to enter multiple or lots of training data to clone a voice. We'll give this one a try soon. So by now, when I get it right, it just supports Chinese and English, which makes sense as it's a Chinese-based Alibaba Cloud large language model based. So let's see if it can handle other languages, or it's just limited by now to Chinese and English. Going down on the README page, you can see as it's Python based, so you can clone the repository, install Conda or probably Python virtual environments, and do the pip install magic with the requirements of this solution. As it's Python based, so it's pretty simple to run it as on the command line with the Python module CLI inference, or it has a web UI usage possibility, which I guess looks very familiar by this Grad.io web user faces of spaces you can use on Hugging Face. And the README provides also some audio demos, but we will listen to some other audio samples in a moment. And at the bottom of the GitHub README page, we have a usage disclaimer. So when it comes to the zero-shot voice cloning, it is intended for academic, research, educational stuff, this type of application, such as personalized speech synthesis, assistive technologies, and linguistic research. So no legal advice, no legal thought, but at least no commercial stuff explicitly listed here. And this is a good one. Do not use this model for unauthorized voice cloning, which you should, in general, regardless of the tool, never do. Just clone voices you have permission to do so. I guess the first one, which is called the prompt, is the original recording for zero-shot voice cloning. So I guess let's listen to the original one.
Some call me nature. Others call me Mother Nature. I've been here for over 4.5 billion years, 22,500 times longer than you.
Okay, I really like the original recorded voice. Nice sounding voice. So, and this is the same language. So this text, as you can see here, is in the same language, so English. Let's listen to the synthesized version.
I don't really care what you call me. I've been a silent spectator, watching species evolve.
Okay, pretty impressive. And now I guess this cross-lingual, as it's just Chinese and English supported, that's the same voice clone with the Chinese version.
顿时，气氛变得沉郁起来。乍看之下，一切的困扰仿佛都围绕在我身边。
So please, if you speak Chinese, please help me in the comments. I guess from my not speaking Chinese perspective, this is sounding good, but I have no idea. So please let me know in the comments. But when you take a look to the Hugging Face page of Spark TTS, which will probably provide most of the information we have seen on the GitHub README, but as I can see here on the right side, we have this downloads last month, about 20k downloads of the model files. So I guess this is pretty famous. This is the space for the Spark TTS repository. So we can see the voice clone or voice creation tab. And by doing the voice clone, you have to upload a short reference audio. So I've done this, and let's listen to my original voice recording. This is just a short audio reference phrase to play a little bit around with voice cloning functionality of several open source voice cloning text-to-speech software projects. Okay, so that's my original recording. Here's my transcript of my recording, and this is the text to be spoken. So this is an English version, and just for the fun, I entered a second phrase in my mother tongue, so in German, to see if this cross-language thing does support other languages than English and Chinese. Spoiler, it does not. So, but let's listen to the result.
So let's see how my short voice input sample works with Spark TTS. Anfleileithi probieren wir es auf mal direkt auf Deutsch.
So, but if you speak German, probably you know why I'm laughing. So the first phrase is not too bad to do my English-based voice cloning, but the second phrase obviously is pronounced as a non-German speaker would pronounce this phrase if English is his mother tongue. So not really working with other languages, obviously, than English and Chinese. So what do you think? Did you like any projects or in special? Did I miss anything or made mistakes? Or probably I didn't make mistakes, so please correct me on my mistakes. But what TTS projects do you use or at least recommend? Please let me know in the comments, and obviously do not forget subscribing, and thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.